Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Robert Gibbons, and I'm on my Faith Art Walk series, and I ran into three beautiful souls. State your name for the audience, starting here.
Renee Guerrero, Artemisia LaFay,
Christian Cheve.
I want to say that you all were remarkable tonight. Thank you so much for sharing space with us and for the Blue Door Gallery. I'm one of the board members, and I just wanted to just talk to you a little bit about your process. How long have you been a musician or a singer or whatever you consider yourself as? Anybody?
Well, she's my mother.
Awesome.
So, her and my father and my brother were all musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And we were kind of raised
since the womb.
Yeah. So I have vivid memories as a child of the conductors or the co-stars like helping babysit us or
probably Christian babysit.
A long time. Yeah,
I played for Christian.
Right.
With her husband. So
yeah. And what do you consider what do you consider yourself, a contralto, an alto? What I always want to know those kinds of things when I'm interviewing.
A mezzo soprano.
You're a mezzo soprano. What about you, Mama? Pianist and
tenore.
Yeah.
Il tenore.
I want to talk. You were very transformative. I mean, and that's what music does. Music usually reaches beyond. I mean, were you singing in German at one time when you referenced the LGBT? Yes. I really appreciate that. I want to talk a little bit about that song because that song really resonated with me tonight. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, of course. So, like you said, music is very transformative.
Right.
And in light of a lot of recent political events, I believe that it's needed now more than ever. Not so much, well, it's always there as an escape. It's always something to return to.
Yes.
But more importantly, it opens the hearts of people who listen to it or watch it or whatever. And there's something about music that if you have it in your life, you're more sensitive to the plights of people around you. You're more sensitive to what people go through.
Right.
So, that being said, Davon geht die Welt nicht unter is from my show Ghosts of Weimar Past.
Wow.
Which is a cabaret show. That's my other performer.
Yes.
Performer Sona. Yes. And in it, one of my favorite eras in history is the Weimar Republic, and this was a period of 10 years from 1919 to 1929 in which there was a lot of progressiveness happening towards women, towards Jewish people, towards art, towards LGBTQ plus people, and it was on its way to becoming kind of the leader, or I should rather say it was on its way to becoming like a really futuristic society,
right?
Very akin to what we try to have these days in New York City, but it switched very, very quickly.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I want to talk a little bit to the three of you. You all seem very, very, very professional. I want to just say that you're star-studded. Are you all working on Broadway or off Broadway? Are you done anything near Broadway?
Here's the Broadway.
I sang on Broadway for 5 years.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that.
In the role of Piangi. Piangi was the character opera tenor. And, I joined them for about a year and a half before their 25th anniversary. And it's nice that two of my students went on to fill my role after I left.
You have an incredible voice.
Yeah, so they both,
You have an incredible voice. I just wanted to tell you that, did I read Concordia College in somebody's
I teach there one day.
Okay, I thought I saw Concordia College.
Yeah.
How has that process been for you?
That's been great. I've known the director, Kathleen Suss, for many years. And when I left Broadway, I started teaching. And I joined Concordia, and then in 2019, with a partnership with a few of my students in China, I built a school called AB Studios.
Wow.
It's
there you go.
It's venue akin to Ripley Greer in New York City.
Pay it
and
forward.
We teach, I go out there in the summer and teach workshops and such.
Okay, so what's new? Starting with Mama. What's
Okay.
new? What's new for the all three of you? Starting with Mama. What's new? What's going on
new?
next?
What's going
Like,
on
yeah,
next?
what's like the next thing for you?
Well, we do perform together a lot. We
Okay.
perform. My husband's a singer. My son
Mm-hmm.
is a jazz
That's
pianist
awesome.
and singer.
Wow.
So, like, our next big thing for the family is seeing my son make his Birdland Jazz debut in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Could somebody in the
Yes.
group tell us how my audience is a big audience. How can they know more about what you do, website, whatever, Instagram, whatever you like to share?
Well, my website is reneeguerrero.com. So it's
And?
My in construction website that will be out any day now is artemisialefay.com.
I have it in the bio.
And mine is christianshebek.com.
So
Gotcha. I already have it.
And we are all on social media.
All platforms.
Sure.
Instagram, because this interview will be on Instagram.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
and,
What's the Instagram handle for my audience?
Find a pianist.
Find a pianist.
Christian Shebek. Yep.
Artemisia Lefay.
Gotcha. And I will connect to all three of you. What about artists out in the world, our younger people? I think that music more so than any of the art forms. I'm a poet, so any of the other art forms, music really transcends. It really reaches beyond color and gender and sexuality and identity. Talk a little bit about that. Anybody in the group? How music transforms for you?
Well, simply, my priest used to say that when you sing, you're praying twice as loud. So, and God hears you twice as loud.
Gotcha.
So it was always a beautiful thing for me I only discovered singing when I was in college. So
wow.
I was a late bloomer.
Wow. That voice.
I was doing finance and accounting, and so but then I joined a Ukrainian church, and that was really just being on the church side of singing.
Love the Ukrainians. Love the church. I've seen the Ukrainian.
So I was a cantor for 5 years. So it was a lot of fun.
Right.
But, the spirituality is what music brings. So, and that's where music has always been saved, is through the church.
That's right.
I think exactly what
culture.
he says about music saving. I know over the pandemic, if it weren't for the music, I think we would have all gone crazy.
Yes.
In our family.
Yeah.
And we were able to kind of channel, the emptiness and bring our immediate neighborhood together by having backyard concerts.
That's awesome. I love that. And that's what I've started doing now. Instead of just reciting Robert Frost, I'll start singing the poets that I like.
There you go.
And I call them poem songs, and you'll see some of them eventually.
Beautiful.
One last word from each other. One word of encouragement for a pianist out there that might be listening to your voice, or a singer-songwriter, or a singer, or someone is interested in Broadway one day. Give one encouraging word from each and every one of you.
A lot of limitations are imaginary.
I was going to say, believe in yourself.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Thank you so much. And the Blue Door loves you. Thank you so much. You're highly respected today. Thank you so much for sharing space with us. All right. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.